Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Warhammer. Finally! Steel Faith and Vernus. The Steel Faith overhaul mod has been completed, and we can continue our campaigns. I don't like the vanilla anymore. Steel Faith overhaul has done everything I want in a Total War game to be completed. I like the balance of it. I like the concept of it. There's a lot to go over, and you don't have time for that. I have, like, on average, about a minute 30 to hold your attention, so let's get in the game. Why don't we tell you what's going to happen? So, as for the campaigns, as you probably figured out from the Photoshop art that we have coming up here, I have already decided on who to play. And that is... Crone Hellebron. I've seen a lot of people playing as the... What was her name? The Radiant... Alariel the Radiant. Well, we'll be playing as the Crone. Because I love the Dark Elf faction. It's my first one I ever played getting into the Warhammer universe. Back when I played tabletop, and I'm glad to be back here playing this again. We have a ton of mods, and I'll have it down in the link. It's a lot of mods, so I'll link them all down below, guys. Give me a shout out if you see any more that you want added into here. Now, for the Dark Elves in general, we have Blackhawks, powerful naval units that can replenish forces, recruit units and forces, and bombard battles within range. We want to be along the coastline. Raiding inland is not our style. We have big ships, let's use them. Slaves. We don't kill our enemies, we enslave them. Provides a bonus to provincial economies. At the cost of reduced public order, and because of Steel Faith overhaul, public order matters. In the vanilla, I didn't care what happened to your public order. And Steel Faith, it's really important and different for every faction. I'll just explain that more once we get in the game. Murderous prowess. Dark Elves receive the favor of Cain in the form of increased combat performance should they kill enough enemies in battle, which makes us really, really good when that effect comes in play. Once again, I'll show that in game. Now, as for Har Ganeth, our initial challenge is hard. This is not an easy challenge. If you want to play Dark Elves, I recommend going with Malekith. It says hard, but Malekith is ridiculously powerful. Unstoppable Blackguard, Nagaroth units. This is not a penalty. He gains a percent XP earned to other lords, making him just a monster. Easy access to the Cult of Pleasure. Hey! Lower chance cancel loyalty loss of a... If they're of a higher rank than Malekith, they have a loss. +2 loyalty for new recruits, +5 growth. He is a monster. If you want to play as Dark Elves, I recommend starting as him. Don't do Morathi. Really hard. Really, really hard to get a hold of, but that's not what this game is for. We are here for Har Ganeth. As Har Ganeth, we can trigger a Death Knight, a powerful roving army that'll go down and attack the High Elf Island. The more damage they do, the more money we get. And the more powerful we are in the world, the more powerful the Death Knight. You can only ever trigger one at once, so you can't spam it out if you wanted. So, Death Knight spawns an allied Blood Voyage vessel, an entire army of unstoppable, unbreakable, okay, they're stoppable, unbreakable units. Failure to hold a Death Knight causes penalties and problems, and I'll show you that in game. Your capacity +2 for Death Hags, because Death Hags, she's kind of like a high witch elf lady, so we'll get more of that. And most importantly, 25% more more slaves post-battle. Slaves are a huge perk of the Dark Elves, and even more important for Har Ganeth. We'll show you guys that as we continue for Hellebron. Upkeep, -25 for Witch Elves, such as a Slaughter, a new unit, and Har Ganeth Executioners. That's her name comes from. And we have a -25% to our slave decline rate. So slaves are going to be pretty much everything we focus on in this game. As for the campaign, we'll be playing on the hard difficulty and the hard battle difficulty because we like an interesting game and it makes the battles longer, more challenging, and more interesting. So, let us begin. The game, shall we? The Death Knight is upon us, but will no longer be contained within the walls of Har Ganeth. The whole world is full of mewling victims awaiting the attention of the Blood Queen. Hellebron will go forth and demand submission, to obey in the blood of elves, lizardmen, skaven, dwarves, and man. Cain has spoken, and he demands slaughter. To war! We shall go. Now, playing as the Dark Elves, we are a very hungry faction. We need to continuously, war and feed. We need slaves. We need income. We don't make a lot of money without our slaves, except one resource, and I will show you this early on. Our whole scheme and plan revolve around taking one city, and it will be very, very hard. But to play this fairly perfectly in the get-go. But if we can take the city that you shouldn't in 10 turns, we will be well ahead of everybody else. So, yeah.
Violent murderous, Queen Hellebron. The sounds of torment and death ring out throughout your city of Har Ganeth. Past the fortress, the Deadwood Sentinels stand guard. They could prove a useful ally against the marauding threat of the Northmen, or be cut down to seize their slaves for yourself. Further south, our kin do battle across the great ocean, but another threat lurks deep beneath this very fortress. A verminous horde seeks to bring a plague and destruction to all Druki. Beyond the icy plains, wild beasts inhabit the mountain crags, readying themselves for war. But a much closer prize lies at our very doorstep. The secrets of Grond have forever been a source of wonder and beauty. Strike first, deviant Hellebron. Bring a cruel and crushing end to all those that stand before you, Queen of Murder. Bathe in their blood this night, the next, and all the nights that follow.
We shall indeed. So, Grond. The legendary city of Grond is what I need to take. It has a gold mine in a very, very powerful strategic location. Probably the only location that I will build the Sorceress Cabal at because of the high cost of them. Now, how do they play in vanilla? We have a Death Knight. Give me. A knight of pure carnage and murder, where the streets of Har Ganeth are bathed in blood, rejuvenating its queen, this one, and granting her untold power, this stuff. Without regular Death Knights, when the slave pens are open to commit murder, Hellebron's strength and power will dramatically weaken over time. Right now, we are joyous. The Crone stalks the lands and her followers revel in her slaughter. Such a wonderful time. On the turn start, they have all of our lords have a chance to gain 1 loyalty. Not heroes like this one, but lords. As with Dark Elves, the loyalty goes too low, they will form their own faction and try to take over my land. Now for Crone Hellebron herself, we will have a vigor loss of -15, so she can fight longer and harder, 10% more physical resistance, which is already added into her. I click on her now, she has 40% physical resistance, 30 base, an extra 10 because of this. This also applies to her Witch Elves, not Sisters of the Slaughter for some reason, because they only get 20% as the base, and it doesn't get any higher. This turns your regular Witch Elves from very kind of squishy, flanky cavalry into absolute murderous monsters. Resisting 40% of physical damage is quite good. Now, their armor stinks. Let's just not get around that. Their armor is terrible. They're very... Dark Elves are aggressive in as a whole. Hellebron, even more so. We need to constantly be at war. If I'm not at war, I'm failing my job. If I'm not killing my own people, I'm failing my job. Blood is everything to us. Now, holding a Death Knight inspires Druki to bear arms and undertake the murderous journey. Not mysterious, we know what we're doing. Aiding this army on its quest for blood will enable you to reap their battle rewards. All of them. Dark Elf factions enslave captives in battle. Slaves provide additional income, but negatively affect public order. Slaves can also be sacrificed to perform rites. Now, as new in this rite, we have the Sword of Cain. You can see it on the map. It's right here. The Sword of Cain is a blade of ancient and terrible power. Its bearer is granted, my gosh, what is this word? Prodigious strength in battle. Yet stewardship of the sword can lead to civil unrest. Those in dire need of such power may seek out the weapon as a last resort, or first in our case, on the island of this Shrine of Cain. But so too may with more nefarious aims. So, That's it. Oh yeah, of course, as usual, we need to like occupy, loot, sack, and take 4 different locations. The frozen lands of Nagaroth are a far cry from the glittering beauty of Altuan, but it is the Druchii home now, so they will claim as much of it as possible and forge a new kingdom from the chilled waste. 2,000 gold plus each different one we take gets us an additional 500 gold. Now, from the start, we're gonna attach Loris Soulforger to our main army, replenish our troops, and we're gonna head on up here to the Spire Reach. This is gonna be a very aggressive opening, and I need to make sure everything goes properly. I will even fight this. A, as is tradition. B, I need to minimize my losses, and I don't want to risk the AI doing anything stupid on my behalf. There's also a mod we have that will change Crone Hellebron's picture here and in the model as well, depending on the amount of blood we have. Now, Steel Faith Overhaul increases quite a bit the decline rate of Crone Hellebron. This is a lot stronger as it's buffed up, but it'll become significantly weaker. You'll not be surprised when you see a whole swath of witch elves added to the Crone's army. Down the road, we will not have to worry about such blood sacrifices as much, but until that day, here we are. Now, as with facing your own people, they're going to have the similar range as you. Can I get up here, please? Thank you. You guys will stay in the guard stance. You'll have the same range as our enemy, which will make it a little annoying. But we will not worry about that. So, what I need to do is have my executioners. They have a 30-second cooldown of the killing blow, increasing for themselves for 13 seconds. 1% increased armor-piercing damage and 25% more weapon damage. This is every single one of them, so I'll need to keep track of that. You also see here, the killing blow is their ability, and they have a murder mastery. This right here is what will happen when I kill 350 people, depending on, you know, the overall army. The killing murder mastery, they will have a 25% increased charge bonus, a 25% more melee attack, 15 flat leadership, 30% more vigor, and they can cause fear. My basic units, which don't have mastery, will have 20% more armor-piercing missile damage, so it won't affect them because they don't have any ammo. 15 more leadership, 25% more melee attack, 25% more charge bonus, and 30% more vigor. Do you have this? Yes, she is a mastery. Okay. She has mastery, 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 basic, 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 basic. So anybody that's purple has the basic. Anybody that has the red is the mastery. Okay, good to know. So I want to get more of the mastery ones down the road. But for now, let's continue on. I want my dread shards in the front because they'll be shooting at the enemy as I'm shooting at them. So I'm really going to sell the battle fortress. I'm going to flank with 2 of you. Not you. I want you 2 on the right here. You guys are going to be moving in to flank them. The ones that's going to help us the best will be Crone Hellebron and our... I know you're a melee specialist. Is she like a... Oh yeah, she's a death hag. Good. And coming from behind, let's just go... Well, okay, our Har Ganeth are over here. Let's go on the left here. And from behind to chase and kill will be our Sister Slaughter. Don't guard with you guys. Group 1, archers are group 2, cavalry, and specialists are group 3. Let's move forward. And while we're doing so, let's take a look at our army. Here you have our Blight Sword, our Sisters of Slaughter, with their whips and their ability to lock down units. We have our Dread Spears coming in. Look at the detail of these models, guys. They updated them recently, a patch, and they look amazing. Our Dark Shards, or Dread Spears. Our Har Ganeth Executioners with their swords that look like they cleave your head off. Right in front here, running out everybody else, we have our Death Hag. Over here, powered up, is Crone Hellebron. We are already in position. Are they moving themselves? No, they're weaker, therefore they're going to sit there until I go and shoot them. You guys are perfectly in range. Let's shoot them. I'm going to have you guys hold Alt You move up like so. You three. And you. Not you. Okay, she's actually kind of a little bit too close. There we go. I want you guys to move up. Hold space to see what the other ones is. Alt to move up. They're going to line around, and I'm going to have my Sisters of Slaughter run around. They are super fast. 44 movement compared to 31, 33 for the other standard units. Shooting into them. Hellebron, you can run right into the front there, please. You two can join. You two can join. Here comes the others. Here we go. Come on in. Now, Crone Hellebron's special ability, as we're going to see here, is the Gaze of Cain. Okay, come over here, help her out. You guys can come from behind and attack over here. Sisters of Slaughter are going to go after the archers. You guys are going to go keep fighting back here. The executioners are going in for their kill. I want to move you guys over here so you don't shoot my own people. Hellebron is going to activate Gaze of Cain. Quickly over this area. The Gaze of Cain in this area. For all my units, they're going to have 8 more leadership, 25% more weapon damage, and 25% more melee attack. Executioners, act that up. And enjoy your slaughter, please. Welcome to our Dark Elf campaign, full of blood, executions, and slaughter. Our Sisters of Slaughter have caught out their roaming army. Yeah, they're going to lock them down and kill them. They also have a nice little shield, because they're going to block 35% of all the ranged damage. So they're good for chasing down archers and such units. Alright, they're shooting from the flank there. Thank you. This is a garrison unit, so I don't really care too much. You guys can go after them, and they're broken. Perfect. End it now. End it now. End it now, please. Thank you. I have no ability to regenerate. I have no reason to have them chasing down. Says the Slaughters did a good job chasing them. 59 in the lead, followed closely by the Har Ganeth Executioners. 38 for the Dread Shards. I thought they did a little bit more, but oh well. We lost a total of 30 units. Our main 2 heroes did take quite a bit of damage, but that's not something I can really control too well, minus not having them in the front. They have no armor. Very, very fragile. They're all about killing the unit before they can really get grinded down themselves. Hey. There'll be a lot of those jokes in this campaign. I can't really help it. It's Dark Elves. It's kind of the lore and the purpose behind them. So, I mean, to the Cult of Pleasure, you have Wrath, you have the Sisters of Slaughter, you have... I'll have to look up some lore examples to actually go over them. Now, never do this in any faction except Dark Elves. We're going to loot and occupy because I want to replenish. I want the slaves. The money I'll be using to repair our items, our buildings that we break down. But I mostly want the slaves and the replenishments. Slaves are everything to us. 172 are slaves we have overall. Now, why do I need them? Every reason is why I need them. My rights. I don't need money. I need slaves. 250, 800, 1,000 for the Ark, which I want to grab as soon as possible. And the Sacrifice of Cain. Very powerful abilities. I will actually need this one for our plot line, for our quest, which I can actually show now. For the Cursed Sword, the Deathsword and the Cursed Blade, I will need to activate that right you saw on the far right there to activate this ability for the super powerful weapons. As in the beginning, with most of our lores, we'll be growing Route Marcher for the 10% increase movement. Those who know the land and secrets will travel faster and further than the foe who doesn't. And we'll be grabbing Eviscerate, 10% more weapon strength. She has 470 off the get-go. Look at that, 330 armor piercing right away. That's more than most any of the legendary lore I've seen in the game. Most of them are just base damage. But this will increase it by 10% more. Not the armor piercing, but the 140. So she's doing about 14 more damage. Not bad considering, you know, the 4 damage we see here. These will lower my relationship with the Cult of Pleasure, but as I tried my playtest, they hate me no matter what you see. So I need to grab this. Plus, going down here to grab Poison is very powerful. Poison reduces the power I can't click on that and actually show you. But poison reduces their attack speed, their movement speed, their damage. Super potent, guys. Doesn't replace it like it shows in here. It actually adds it to it. So we can bleed them out, which just does damage over time. So they run away and you stab them a little bit, they will bleed out 4 damage for 15 seconds. Max of 5 entries per second. Entities. I don't know what that means. I'll look it up. But we will go with Eviscerate for the more weapon damage. She also does have the Frenzy in here, so I do want to focus on, while her leadership is higher than 50%, 12% more flat weapon damage, 7 more melee attack, 8% increased charge bonus. So I will want to charge with most, if not all, of my units, including my spearmen holding the walls. Not normally what I do. Definitely a different field set, and that's exactly why I'm playing these guys. Normally I enjoy playing with the heavy artillery, holding back and popping them until they die. In this campaign, I had to be significantly different. We'll grab 1 more Dread Spear and 2 more Dark Shards is what I'm going to need in the future. As for the building, we will repair you and you. And here are all my slave pens. Over here, we have the slaves. I have 4% of my slaves that can... 4% of the slave population here. 1,500 overall. It gets increased the more buildings you have, the more higher tiered capital buildings you have. Settlements and capitals. And that increases my income by 4% overall, which we will need. Now, we start out pretty weak. Only I get 50 gold per turn. 16 over here. Nagaroth starts out with 544 gold. The Great Arena, the capital of our enemy, is... They have 52. Grond, which has a gold mine, which is what I need, is 600 by itself when upgraded. And Ashrek. I think Ashrek is actually... Nope, Grond is their capital. Yeah, Grond is their capital, so I need to grab that before they can take this. So we'll do just so. Now, let's see. Public order is what I'm going to need from you guys. Casualties captured per battle by 1%. Nice. More slaves is great, but most of my slaves I will need to actually send over to Grond because of the gold mine. That's where I want a majority of them. I want the Road of Skulls to be my military production area. And because I'll be losing a lot of my land early on, sadly, I'll actually be upgrading the Hall of Mustering. Not something I would normally do. However, I don't plan on being able to hold these lands very well due to the factions around me. The Dark Elves are not a very agreeable land. The ones to my left, I'm at war with for now. And I'm going to be at war with them for a while. The lands to my right, I have these factions. I need to take the Black Pillar in order to complete my land. But that's another faction I'll have to fight with, and they start off a little bit stronger than Grond does. They have potentially 4 locations, whereas Grond has 3. So, let's go to our research, why don't we? We start out with Choose or Die. At the very beginning, we have 3% reduced hero action and 1% increased hero success chance. And a 1 growth on our Black Arc, which is cumulative as we continue down this tree. So, where are we going to do at the beginning? Founded on Tyranny is nice. I'm starting off with Nagaroth and more locations, but for us, we'll be going with Battle as usual. 25% more income from raiding, so we can grab more slaves and money, and 10% increased loot from the post-battle loot. Driven by Vengeance is nice for recruitment, but that'll be something down the road I don't have to worry about. Right. How am I going to do this? It's really risky because I'm going to be all in. Let's go for another building for now. Let's just... What's my public order right now? Yep. I'll be in trouble. I'll be in a bit of problem. Let's not commit to any upgrades for now, I believe. We'll actually be recruiting another lord pretty early on. I want someone that has a dark trait on them. Do I have one? Oh, please. Please. Yes, we have a dark one. Malicious, which decreases the cost for the Cult of Cain or the Cult of Pleasure buildings. +2 for Death Hags. Or 5% more movement speed. Yes, please. 2 to 7. They have a lower overall loyalty because they're a slightly stronger unit. Like a 1 to 6 would be typically stronger, because 2 more leadership and 2 more melee attack for everybody in the army is nice. But Dark Sorceresses are amazing, and I want to grab them early on. Now, I did try the custom recruit, and it does not actually include the loyalty, which is a pretty potent part of your lords, so I'm not going to be doing that. I like having custom lords if you guys have one you want to have added in here, but I don't want to do it myself because loyalty is a pretty big deal with these guys, so I'll be holding off. I want to go heavily in military before I go in industry. Industry is going to be in Grond. Grond is everything to us. You're going to rebel pretty soon here, but that's not a problem, because we are Dark Elves. We love rebellions. It's just more voluntary slaves to come and help us out. Also need 2,500 to go start building up Kuruk pretty soon here. Now, I think I've mentioned this a couple times. I love lords that start with magic, because our Death Hag has passive replenishment on our armies, so I can go a little bit harder and rougher on our armies. They can fight more, they can fight longer, they will replenish much quicker due to our passive ability, which is great for us. And elves, we replenish a lot quicker than any other force out there except Skaven. Nothing breeds faster than Skaven. Nothing. Remember how I mentioned before that we will need to grab more lands? Here's the lands we need to grab. I need to go and occupy the Gale Valley. Yes, your Everqueen is the epitome of beauty. The righteous slaves of Artuan even call her the Radiant, the fawning fools. They spoil Illyria's capital. This will delight Cain and Shirley. You will reward Hellebron with what she desires the most, her lost youth. Cain's reward. The Death Knight bar cannot fall below a higher minimum level. So, if it can actually fall below Crone at the moment. If we were to grab this, it cannot fall below Bitter. And capture Morathi's lair. At last, a chance to capture the blackest of widows in her own web. Morathi's lair is vulnerable. Really, this is a chance for the Blood Queen to rid herself of the most power of rivals? Yeah. Powerful, I think. Take the Hag Source as a capital, which gives another one Morathi's secrets. As long as Morathi held the secret to eternal youth, they're kept from you no longer. And then I will no longer be able to fall below Respected, which would be kind of nice. And the Purge of Chaos for 20 turns. For Cain to reign supreme as God of Gods, chaos must be stripped from these lands. 3 Untamed for all regions, which will get rid of Morathi's absolute corruption everywhere. Quite a problem. But for now, I want to start spreading our webs and our wings. Nagarod, you like me, right? Because of the gifts I gave you apparently before the game began?
Lord of the Black Tower and King of Nagaroth.
You want a military access?
I accept.
Good. I can't, Apparently I can't do a trade deal with you yet. For some reason. I know if I take this, I can for somehow without taking this. It's weird. Does anyone want to trade?
What dark and callous plans do you wish to lay before me?
You like money? Is that a dark? Sure, a non-aggressive pact, which I will break without a second thought, and money.
Ill-considered.
I hate you, and you must die. Anybody else? Trade? That's a no. Okay. Well, ironically, Har Ganeth doesn't actually have a port. I don't know why or how, but it just doesn't. So we will have to go and take it ourselves. We will be crossing into the lands, taking Felicia. This is probably not how you spell that, but that's what I'm going to call it. She will join us in this battle because, you know, sorceresses are amazing in battle. The magic is great. The battle is not really in our favor, is it now? No. No, it is not. So I want them to come out and attack us. 2, 3, 4. Because in Seal Faith Overhaul, every building you add to your roster increases the defense they have. They have a pretty good defense, and I want to kind of hold out here and wait for them to come out to us. Because when they got the walls is a problem. If they don't come out for whatever reason, I have some siege towers to help us out. Oh, did you guys just get Dark Riders? Is that why? I don't know. Biggest problem we're gonna have are the Black Ark Corsairs with the speed of 40. And can you move while firing? Yeah, okay, no, you guys can move while firing, and you have a speed of 40. The only fast-moving units I have would be our Sisters of Slaughter or our 2 heroes with a speed of 44 to catch them. Or Magic. Magic will do it. So, we continue our siege. I'll be losing money, but that's fine. We're going to start out fairly risky with the Dark Elf campaign. That's just kind of what you have to do. Alright. I will actually increase the money for us here. Artisan's House. What is crafted by the Druki endures the fires of war and the ravages of time. Not something I would normally build here, but with the money kind of going in, it's just what I need to start out. As I say that, it feels absolutely dumb, and I shouldn't be doing this. Yeah, we'll go to 3. Let's... Torture Post reduces the recruitment by... Oh, wait. Public Order +2 is what we kind of saw earlier. But... recruitment cost -5 from armies in the province. Oh! Okay! I did not realize that. Absolutely, if I want to make this a military post, this is exactly what I need to have by having torture posts. Essentially, we tie you to this post, and then we torture you. It's very literal. Hey, alright. We are just going to end our turn there, then. Hopefully they come out and attack me. The odds are in their favor, so they should leave their walls. They're not going to want to siege me out for very long. 16 turns until they'll just surrender, but I don't have 16 turns at all to siege them out. Like 5, 10 for them to come out on their own. If they don't come out this turn, I probably will just destroy the siege, the post, because I need that money to maintain. If I go below... Ah, here they come, the fools. Here we are. And the battle begins. Now, one thing will decide everything for us. Where do the reinforcements come from? Fighting them together is going to be a slaughter for me. Not just in this battle, but the next one. I still have to take the city afterwards. If they spawn behind me, I can win this with minimal losses. If they spawn behind her, I am in big trouble, because I cannot take both forces at once. I don't have the numbers for that. Where do you spawn? Here come my reinforcements of 1. Here come her reinforcements. I apologize. 35 magic. Yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah, I succeeded, so it's a great idea. Thank you for the magic. We're going over here. Everybody is going over here. I need to kill their reinforcements behind us. To do so, have you guys all stacked up in a wide formation. All 3 of you will be up here on the hill, ready to shoot over them as they enter. I want to crumble them from one side and then have them flee. If they flee, they will run back this way if they have no other choice and exit the field. I don't have to completely kill them, unlike if they're in the middle of the field. The fight. People? Okay. The executioners will be on the left flank over here, ready to cut and cold down anybody else that comes from over here. Witch Elves, I don't want them running from us too quickly, so let's have you guys behind, ladies. Sorry. Behind there. Death Hag. Arathi. Sounds good to me. You guys are the archers, so Unit 2, Unit 1, Unit 1, especially Unit 3. What do you do with our sorceress when she comes in? Hide her. Right. You guys have guard mode on. You can have guard mode off. You guys can chase down whoever you want. Here we go. Okay, so I want to pause this real quick. All of you are going to be moving over to here as quickly as possible. You'll be moving up over here, and you'll be moving right here. Archers can shoot as much as they want. Our Witch Elf is hidden in the woods way the heck back here. Excellent. There's actually nowhere for you to run. Where you at? Yeah. By herself, behind enemy lines. Yeah, she's in trouble. If she gets caught out or flanked, she's in trouble. So just hide in the woods for now, please. You have a little wood icon there showing us where you can hide. You don't have a much place to run, but by the time you join us, it'll be too late. And they have cavalry, which will chase her down. So, yeah, just don't do anything. Okay. Alright, they have archers. Let's slow this down. I want... Yes, good shots going into here. Come on. Come on. Let's have a party and kill them all. Har Ganeth executioners. Okay. Executioners, just run in as fast as you can. Shots are being fired off. Go after the cavalry as soon as you can. Dread spears are colliding into here. Let's pop off one of our powers. I need to kill them as soon as possible. Shots are being fired into you guys. The slaughters are getting caught up themselves and beginning the fight. Executioners, kick off, please. Through one. Absolutely slaughter them, please. The slaughters are kicking off themselves. Alright, fight as best you can. You're going to be shooting into here. Oh, God. Okay, they did catch us off, unfortunately. Alright, well, they will flee. They're fleeing. Come on back down and help us out. All of you, just keep shooting them as they come out, like so. No, stop. 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 Go kill them. Go kill them. Archers are going to have a fine job shooting them. There's not too many of them. Executioners come back around. The slaughters, please enjoy your murder. They are running off the screen. They're not even completely dead. The slaughters are actually trailing right behind them. Yes. The slaughters are good at holding down units for other people to show up. The main army is way over there. Not a problem for us. Archers have finished off you guys. Now you can start lining up like so. Don't need to worry and wait since the slaughters are killing them. 77 kills off the get-go of the game. Excellent. Enough of them. Is that them? That's definitely them. So they got a nice little buff there. That's not great for us. Executioners, please continue slaughtering them. They're going to be attacking the rear and dying. You're not having a great solution right now. Hopefully you can move on over. They are fleeing. Move on to the next one. Quickly now, quickly now, quickly now, quickly now. Face this way. Don't shoot my own people. Please. Unless I order you to. Are you guys leaving the right way? No, you're not. Then just die, please. Excellent. They are leaving. Next one, you guys can convene together. I have another one I can kick off. Not worth it. Okay, next one is gone. Move on over. This needs to be a quick fight. Alright, you're losing a little bit. Oh, right, they're about to flee. They're about to flee. Perfect. Alright, you can come out now, please. Power of Darkness. Use it on yourself, which will increase the... Yep, that. Increase our overall bar. Perfect. There's a slaughter. Come back on over. Finish them off. Don't let them regroup. Come over here in the front, please. The slaughter. Never mind. You took a little bit longer than I wanted. You're already shooting? That's not good. Slow down. Slow down. Slow down. Get back here. Okay, who's over here right now? You can come back this way. You can come back here. You can come back here. The rest of you are done. Oh, actually, let's just do this then. Come here like so. You can come here. You can come here. This will slaughter our... Run. Run, 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 run. Unless it's a cavalry. Okay, they actually have no more cavalry. Let's actually take chase. They can't come around. They can't catch us. We're the fastest in the game at the moment. Keep running, oh witch elf. Or dark alpha magic. Dark elfy magic. This will slaughter. Keep running. The bleak swords cannot chase you with 33 speed. There you go. Alright, go just kill those dread spears. They're trying to come from back around behind. Archers are shooting. Here we go. A lot of ice damage. Kick off the power game right now. While we're in this field, we are super powered. Dark shards, shoot at the crossbow, please. Fighting in the middle here. We are heavily damaged, but going to win. Activate your power. Activate your power, please. God, these executioners are amazing at their ability to murder people. Big swords, come back on around, please. They are running from you. Hellebron, go kill her, please. Dark shards are completely rendering the Black Ark Corsairs removed from the game. Here we go. 2. 13, 2, 1. Just kill them completely, please. Hellebron, fall back, fall back, fall back, Hellebron. Fall back, please. Big swords after the Sisters of Slaughter. Alright, fall back, please. Archers, shoot into the crossbowmen, please. Okay, Hellebron, I was hoping you will actually flee the battle too quickly. Okay. We use the magic yet? No, we are too far away. Let's help out our Sisters of Slaughter. Come on! Good damage. Come on over here and help out the Sisters of Slaughter from behind, because that army is going to come back and help them out. Okay, Executioners, can activate your ability again, please. Thank you. You guys finish them off yet? No. Soon, I hope. He's doing a good job of holding off. Come on, finish off the bleak swords. Here we go. They are fleeing. Turn your attention over to the Supreme Sorceress. Shoot her, shoot her. Actually, go after the melee, please. Ow, more damage. Executioner, 30 seconds before you can activate your ability again. The Sorceress is about to flee. Just end her now. Come back over, help him out. Who has ammo? She's dead! Perfect. Executioners are going to be finishing off. You guys have done a good job back over here. Chill Wind cannot go this far. Oh, you guys want to flee? Yeah, you don't flee from the Sisters of Slaughter. Come on over. All of you guys come over and help out the Dread Spears. Don't shoot, please. Shoot, no shoot. I said don't shoot. Shoot is off. Yes, so we're not shooting. Good. Now this I will want to hunt down because the fight is not over. Did I say not shoot? I said don't shoot. Why are you shooting? I guess in this one case you're allowed to shoot considering they're running from you. I think completely gone. There's no way we can catch them before they leave the field. Yeah, I'll need to be a lot closer for that. So there's our ammo. There's us chasing them down. Get them. Yeah, the line's right there. We can't get him in time, sadly. In the battle. Very, very costly. Har Ganeth executions, 251 kills. A Pyrrhic victory? Did I throw everything I had at it? Absolutely. Our two main units did a great job. 251, 240 for our executioners and our Sisters of Slaughter. We killed the Supreme Sorceress, the Dark One. The reason I like them the best is their ability to recharge more magic to have just for the fight. Long, drawn-out fights. Run hard difficulty, so the AI has a lot better stats than we do. Every single one of their units is about 20 to 30% stronger than mine, so I have to be tactical and cautious. They lost about 1,000 compared to our 400 continuing here, utilizing our two fairly advanced units. Crone Hellebron did leave before we kicked off our third and final popping power, so I'll need to be careful in our fight. We will be absolutely not enough money. We'll be enslaving them. I need more replenishment for our forces and more slaves. Ronda's not ours yet, but it will be very soon. For the Imperial Peace. Of course, the empires together, as they should be. A standard of discipline. Those who go to war with a standard of discipline do so under the stern gaze that figure upon the banner. Know that they should continue fighting rather than rout. 4 more leadership for Felicia.
How delightful. Attack.
You also see Hellebron's look. The red eyes are gone on her picture because she is now in the Joyous status, not the Blood Queen status. Fort save of 6, probably because of the armor. Yep. Ronald, the god of thieves, tricksters, and gamblers, has blessed the armor and those who are willing to take a chance. Going to buff you up by starting out with casualty replenishment rate plus 5%. The Blood Queen's servants rally to her after the debauched delights of Death Knight. Going up to 10 for now. Once we take it once, we have a minus 10 penalty with the Cult of Pleasure, but we hate them anyway, and the game is absolutely wanting us to fight each other. And I have no problem with that. We will also replenish our troops. Those in the army can find succor or be replenishment by the power of this champion. 3% more replenishment rate for us, locked out until 5. So we'll grab the Dance of Death. So much of war is an art. Over time and with much practice, combat moves can resemble a series of perfectly rehearsed dance moves. 4 melee defense and 4 melee attack. You just start out with poison, so you can see right here what it does. Lowers their damage by 22%, lowers their speed by 20%, less armor-piercing missile damage by 18%, flat missile damage by 22%, armor-piercing damage by 18%. Very powerful. For 10 seconds, too. I want a lot of my units to have it. The Sisters of Slaughter used to have in vanilla that ability, now they just have bleed. So they're more focused around doing damage, less around holding people down, as this says. Still, it excels at pinning enemies down in melee, buying time for the rest of your army to get in position. Not as much anymore, they're more of an offensive unit in Steel and Faith, but they do their job well. So, you're still at 3 because, unfortunately, you didn't lead the battle, but you did a good job. Did you level up from that fight? Nah, you got a bit of XP. We'll have to work on that. And soon, we'll be going after Grond itself. But, until that time, if you guys like the episode, please consider liking the episode and subscribe down below, guys. Helps me out a great deal. It's a new series, so if you guys like it, love it, want to tell people about it, that'd be great, guys. Helps me out a great stuff because YouTube and such. And I will see you guys in the next one as we kill Lucius and take back Grond for ourselves. Till then, guys.